love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done. I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rise just like the sun. Yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won. Yeah, always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. Oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And
well, hello there, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Building with KC series. If you're brand new to this series is all about building up a forever world with inside modern Minecraft. The idea is to do this all through live streams here on the channel with the occasional episode, as I want to delve into streaming a little bit more. Now, we are here where in the last episode things did not go according to plan. I built this up, and I'll be honest, I wasn't feeling too good on that day, and I really, really, really don't like this. This is not what I had in store. This is not what I had in mind. This is not at all what I wanted it to look like, and it looks like absolute garbage. So the first thing that we're going to do today is actually just completely tear this down. I've got a new idea of how I want this to look. I've got a new setup for what I want this to be. We are going to be going back to what we were doing in the last episode, which was building up a place to do an applied energistics deep storage unit. A place to store all of the extra stuff from my farms. So this can go. This was absolute trash. Wasn't very happy with this. I'll be honest, I have been battling a little bit of a cold over the past few days, and I think that played into this. We'll blame that. We will indeed. Now, the general concept of this building is still definitely something that I want to keep. Like, we had a solid foundation. I think in terms of how we wanted it to look inside, it's just the frame around the outside, I think, doesn't fit. I think what irks me the most about it is that it wasn't symmetrical, and this is like a symmetrical plaza that we've got going on here. You can see we've got the center of this space here, and I want to have like buildings on each of these sort of cardinal directions, but then when it comes to the actual diagonal ones, that's where we're going to be going into the city a little bit further. That's kind of what I wanted, and this just didn't translate as well as I wanted it to. So we're going to knock this bit down, and then we're going to rebuild it. The thing that I struggle a lot with is roofs when it comes to larger constructs like this. And so I've done a little bit of research between episodes, and I've got an idea for a shape that I want to use for the roof, and I think that it'll fit out really, really well. Albeit it might look a little bit bland from some angles, but ultimately I think it'll work out pretty well. Hello, VidIq backing guy in 22. I am sorry if I butchered your name. I'm not the best in the world with the names. I'll be honest on that front. Names can sometimes be a difficult thing. How are you doing today? Hope your day's been good. Hope it has indeed. So I've been watching like a lot of Linksy lately in his hardcore world, and it's been so inspiring. And I've seen some things that I quite like, so I'm going to take some inspiration from that for sure. But first things first, I need to get rid of everything that I did in the last live stream. Which, well, not everything that we did. We can still keep sort of like this shape here. Although that isn't centralized, is it? That is not centralized at all. So I guess even this will go. I did grab another golden bag of holding so that I've got enough room to kind of store everything. And do I have, I think over here somewhere I've got my capacitor bank. Yep. Brought that with me. Charge up the atomic disassembler. Yes, my main city is located all the way over here from Season 1. But I wanted to start like kind of somewhat over without starting from the very beginning of the game for Season 2. And I wanted to start just doing a lot more interconnected kingdoms. And, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. I've got a Scooby-Doo teddy underneath my desk. Yeah, it sits in the corner, wishing me well. And I'm trying to move the, I've also got like a footrest under there that I put my feet on. I was trying to move that out of the way because it was irritating me. And I ended up pushing it into Scooby. So, poor Scooby. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Scooby. Yeah, we got some hearts going there in the chat. I love to see it. Absolutely love to see the hearts. Yeah, if you're enjoying the stream, please be sure to leave it a like. YouTube has been, for my channel anyway, for the size that I am and for what I usually get, the month of March has been a successful month. I'm very happy with the progress that we've done in March, and I'm planning to do a lot more streams moving into April. It's like the big thing here, big focus point of what I want April to be. Aha, I made it. Welcome, it's just it's just a zombie. That's what it is, look. It's just a zombie. How you doing? Sorry, no zombies allowed. I need to go and get a Magnus torch. I really do. Thing is, I don't know if I've got any made up. And those things they're not the easiest thing in the world to make. Let's go ahead and sleep. I don't want it to be night for too long. Okay, so do I actually have? I do. I have a couple made up. Cool. Because these things, they require potions and all sorts to make up. And they can be a nightmare. Teleporting into there. Now, this is something I actually am not a big fan of using, but it's such a long way to travel to and from that city. If I had like a nether highway, I'd probably do that. You're gonna, what mod are you playing with? What mod am I playing with? I'm playing with a lot of mods. So if you go out to CurseForge CurseForge, and type in Design Tech, it's an old mod pack in 1.7.10 made by Wells Knight. That was the founding of this mod pack, but I've added a lot more things to it since then. So it's like kind of become its own thing, but it started life as Design Tech. We've got things like Britannia, End.io. We've got all of the main mods that you would have found within it's 1.7.10, except for the Twilight Forest, which is technically in here, but it doesn't work, and I don't understand why. Haven't been able to get that to work yet. Okay. So now let's get these stone pillars in. Because what I'm thinking is we go stone pillar here, like this. So we've got these stone pillars at either side. And I've got to make my mind up whether I want them to be like that or like this. Ultimately, I think we want them to be like this. Like, this is totally fine. I think this works out. Oh, wow. I think the 1.7.10 had a lot of the best mods. 1.12 had some really good mods, but then a lot of the mods that I was accustomed to just stopped being supported after that. And so I never really got back into it, into modded Minecraft as much. You know, I'm a big fan of the End.io mod, and that just wasn't supported, so... But this world actually has a lot of meaning to me. If you go back and watch the series, I talk about it in there. That there was a period of time when my brother was without a home. And life was just difficult for both of us. Just a lot of challenges. And we decided we were going to play this together. And he stayed with me for several months. We played this game together. We played this world together. We had a lot of fun. And every time that we've just felt down, we've come back to this world. So ultimately, that's what I'm thinking there. Right, they all started disappearing. They did, one by one. And I don't, like, have anything against, like, the current mod packs. I have thought about maybe going and doing some of those on the channel. Like, starting a series within the new mod packs. But I haven't definitively decided on, like, which pack I'd play. Because they're just not... It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve I'd need, I think. So, that's what I'm thinking there. We've got this larger gap on the front right here. And how many andesite pillars do I actually have? Because ultimately, I want to take these up just one more for now. So I can get a feel for how I want this to look. So we turn around and we have a little bit of a peek-see. And these would be pillars. And then I should have some stone slabs here. Yes. Which I want to go here. Then we'd go like 1. Oh, no, not there. We'd probably go 1, 2, and 3 like so. And then... Hi, Ingredis. Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? How you doing? What do we got here? I feel that I recently started playing a mod pack called Beyond Cosmos, and oh boy, I'm not familiar with that mod pack. Is that like one where you can go to other planets? I've seen some mod packs where you can like explore as if it's a universe, which those ones I've always been intrigued by. Alright, you're gonna have to let me know a little bit more about that mod. So if we were to take those, I can't put those there, but that's okay. Let's we do another 2 like that, so we'd come up here and onto a balcony or like a walkway in front of it is what I'm thinking. But I don't know if I like that idea. Or whether I'd want to just say, you know what, maybe we don't have a walkway. Maybe we just go like straight into the building. But then we'd need some sort of backing block here. And we've got like andesite small tiles, but that's another grey block and we're already using a grey block. Like, what other options do I have? We've got this infernal block, which I am quite the fan of. But the trouble is it doesn't have a... Oh, it does have the 32-bit texture back. But it has that line in the middle, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Never heard it pronounced that way before. Beyond Cosmos. Must be a British thing. It's a part of it. I haven't made it that far yet, and I've been playing for a few months now. It's so tedious getting there. Oh, I actually kind of like grinding mod packs. Like, I started modded Minecraft playing Skyblocks. And, like, the first one I played was Sky Factory, and it was before you could do the whole tweaking to shift to grow a tree. So you'd literally just plant the tree and have to wait for it to naturally grow. It was a pain back then. But yeah, I'm not feeling the infernal stone behind here. I think we'll try for a different stone. Maybe we do try a different grey. Like, this sunken grey panel could work. How does that look for a contrast? I don't hate that. And the actual idea would be, it would be like this. And then there'd be some sort of... Let me see if I can take this up. At least a little bit. Then it'd be like kind of like some sort of window in here. Like this is what I'm thinking. And then we'd probably peel back one of these pillars. Although I'm not the biggest fan of doing that. I think that kind of kills the whole vibe that I was going for. Maybe having these as 2 is not ideal. Let's try it as 1. Because I definitely like the idea of having these here and then having a different block behind them. So one of the things I love about modded Minecraft, though, is that it's just so easy to do things. It's, you know, you don't have that whole... Like in survival Minecraft, in vanilla, you've got a whole kind of learning curve to go through and progress to make before you can really start doing anything. Okay, I'm going to need some more of these sunken tiles, which I don't think I have. I got to have some somewhere. I can't just have picked up... I've got a few more there. That's not a lot, is it? That's probably not going to do this. Let's try it. Okay, it gave us enough there. Hi Harrison, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Okay, I'm a little bit of a fan of that. I think that's a good tone. We definitely need more of these sunken tiles, for sure. But it is definitely a start. I think we've definitely got something good going here. So, because I would like to have another storage system based over here. Let's bring these up a little bit more. And we'll do some stuff with those when it comes to stairs and whatnot. But I gotta say that I do like that. Okay. Oh, that's out of range. Of course it is. I meant to... It's not what I meant to do at all. Let's teleport to here. And grab some more sunken... Oops. It helps when you spell sunken with an N. Oops. Is it going to be enough? I don't think that'll be enough. Go ahead and just throw those in there. And then I got to be careful because this is an older version where you can actually put a golden bag of holding inside of a golden bag of holding. And you can put the golden bag of holding that you've got open into one. And it's kind of annoying. Okay, I'm beginning to think that my end key is wearing out. Blame it on the end key. Right, some mods can make it really easy. Alright, I'm off for a little bit. Get ready for the day. Glad I could catch a stream though. That's awesome. I'm glad to see you here, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning and spending your morning with me. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And for the Minecraft day, it's over. We gotta go sleep now. Okay, do a little bit of teleporty action. So I've got a bit of a reference image up that I have inspiration that I'm utilizing here. But it's important to note that this is just a reference image. If you've ever seen any of my videos, then you'll know how I use images. It never looks like the actual image. I try to take inspiration and adapt the things that I like in it. So that gives us that structure. And then we need to... Oh, I didn't bring any of this with me. 1, 2... Like we got 3 gaps there, so we'll have like that'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's not too bad. Hey, Le Nolbil Blue. I am terrible with names. I do apologize. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Something like that. And then this would like, I mean, we don't have to actually have the divide like be here. This is actually a good divide inside though. But the inside divide doesn't really make much of a difference. But I do need to be able to schedule it out inside. Not schedule it out. Plan it out inside. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and then we go 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Although if this is a corner, we do that. I don't think I did that over here. No, I didn't. So corner would be like that, which means we need to sort of move all of these over very slightly. But before we do that, do I have any dirt? I know I do because I mined some up. Yeah, there, look. Or maybe we use like diorite. Put some of these in here. Diorite's fine, and then some dirt. Because I want to make sure that we've got the inside laid out kind of how I want it to be. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Because obviously, like, the inside is going to determine so much about how big the project ends up being. So we probably come over there, and then actually let's not do that. Let's just switch to the diorite. We brought the diorite for this reason. So we'd have like 1, 2. We'd have these segments like this, which would actually, I would like to be 1 over. So there's a 2 gap around the outside and then a 2 gap around here. Because ultimately the storage cells will sit on here. I would have deep storage units on here, followed by cables coming up either side here. So it makes each side with the cables and the storage cells. I mean, the cables will only go on these sides, so it makes it 4 by 4. Yeah. And then, of course, I'd want a space in between so that we can actually walk down it. And then we got to figure out, like, where's our center? Our center is here. So we'll grab at least this for now and bring this across. And then that gives me an idea for just how far I can take this. So get rid of that. Oops, did not mean to get rid of that one. 1, 2, that. And then here we won't have something. So we'd have, what's this, like 3 cells per side? Because ultimately I'd like some sort of, the computer system is going to live here. The applied energistic system will live in this sort of gap right there. So how many? I would like at least 4. Because this takes up 8 channels. So if we have, well, each one of these takes up 32 channels. 8, 16, 32. So that'll be 1 cable, 2 cables. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw a gap in. 2, 3, 4. And then throw another gap in. And then we don't actually have enough to throw in another one at the end. However, if we were to extend this 1, 2, 3, 1, like so, grab that, bring that around, then we can go, whoops, that's not dirt. The pick block function does not always work in modded Minecraft. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, that's 4. And then that leaves a gap of 1, 2. It leaves just a gap of 2. So I think that that's the limit. This is as far as we take it. So now we have our shape. And we can finish filling in the spaces between. Hi, I'm in school, but I wanted to show my support. Oh man, appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's a summer holiday. Not the summer holidays. It's the Easter holidays where I live. I was hoping a lot of people would be off school. I thought it'd be a good time to stream. Man, appreciate you checking me out while you're in school. Just put me up on the big smart board. Let the entire class watch. No, don't do that. You should probably focus on school. They'll get you into trouble. I keep telling my daughter she needs to focus on school. And she's in her last year though. Exam season. I'm planning to be live for a couple more hours anyway. I want to try and get this structure done. But we'll see how my voice holds up. I got a bit of like a dry, raspy throat left over from the cold I've had. It's 12:30 p.m. lol. You have to go now. That's okay. I appreciate you just at least dropping by and saying hi. I do appreciate that. I'll try and stream on the weekends. Can do a lot more streams in the course of April, as I've already talked about. 1, 2, 3. Head does not line up, and that does not line up because the center is not right, is it? But that's totally okay. The center is off because we have a center, and the center one we have a doorway. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. And I believe that that's. No, we have one more. We have one more sets of 2. Get ready soon. I'm definitely on the mend. I just got the dry, raspy throat left over. And one of my favourite things about modern Minecraft is this builder's wand. So now we can sort of start to get the actual shape in place. And determine like how tall we want it. We've got to determine like each one of these is going to hold 1, 2. Actually, let's use a different block so I can. Thinking we've got this, so we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it needs to be at least that tall, and then there'd be a cable running over it, and I'd want some room for error. So at least this tall in this section. At least this tall. So if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to leave it a like. It lets YouTube know that people are enjoying the content. And I greatly appreciate it. How many likes we got so far? How many likes we got? Let's see. Does it tell me? No. I'm pretty sure it should tell me how many likes I've got. I'm probably looking in the wrong place. But yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to like the stream. Alright, that's my self-plug for liking the stream. Back to your regularly scheduled content. We are building a box. So many Minecraft builds start out as just like a box anyway. And then it's all about what you do to that box. That's oh yeah, it's the sunken stone tiles. That really drives it home. Oh, yeah, I'm out of those. I gotta stop running out of these stuff. I place blocks and then I run out of them. Yeah, I'm hoping to do a couple of charity live streams throughout April. Yeah, I'm hoping to. Supporting gamers for a good cause. But we'll see. We'll see. Depends on my availability. And if I can remember to sleep through the night. Sleeping bag is such a great modded inclusion, and I think that it would be great to see that within vanilla Minecraft. But you know, they'd have to have some way of incorporating it where it doesn't actually take up like an item slot in some way, like maybe it's on your armor or something. Like, you know, if you're wearing an elytra, you can wrap the wings around you and use it as a sleeping bag or something. Because most of the time in vanilla, I just carry a bed on me, which obviously takes up an inventory space, and that's like my biggest criticism of Minecraft is inventory management. We're at a point within vanilla Minecraft where just this is not enough. This is not enough space. Too many blocks. I need more inventory management. I'd love to see like an inventory update. That would be cool. But I don't know like how difficult that would be to implement. I don't speak Java, so I have no idea if that's something with the, like, integer limit or something. I have returned. I'm on break for a bit. Welcome on back. Breaks are great in school. I used to sit outside with my friends. We'd sit outside the dining hall. Just chill. Good times, school. They weren't good times. I could tell horror stories about my school. It was one of the worst in the district. But we had good snacks. Like, one of the dinner ladies used to make up flapjacks and carrot cakes and all sorts, and they were so nice. I used to love them. That's where my love of flapjacks comes from, actually. Hey, I'm from Korea. Your face very handsome. Thanks. I'm pretty sure I don't have my face cam on. But thank you. I didn't put my face cam on today because I've not been very well and not a pretty sight. That, and it keeps like acting up. Like when I've got the face cam on, it'll sometimes switch my mic to its mic, to the mic of the webcam, and it doesn't tell me that it's done that. I only know when I go to edit the video and I'm like, why am I screaming at the top of my lungs? Like, that's how loud it picks up my mic on the webcam. And why am I doing this? Let's do this. Okay, we might actually be running out of... Oh, I'm not running out of andesite pillars. We got plenty of them. So that, and then... That should give me the chance to run cables, yep. Do you know Korea? Hi, dog. My school starts at 8:30. Okay. So, I know of Korea, of course. I've never actually been to Korea. I know the horror stories of North, and I know the lovely stories of the South. I actually watched a documentary a couple of years ago on the North, and that's a difficult situation, I know. But my school starts at 8:30, as you said, and man, that's early. To be fair, my daughter's school does. My daughter has to get up at 6 o'clock to get to school in time. It's insane. Schools just keep opening up earlier and earlier. It's going to get to the point now where people are just going to start going to school before anyone's even awake. They'll just get there and teachers won't even be there. Be that early. It's insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And then I'm thinking like we can go up again here. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. Because I want to bring the center up further than the outside. And then we're going to do a bit of a kind of roof that I never thought about doing before. But I really want to do it. Did we go up on that one? We did go up on that one. So we go up there, and then we probably go up like 3 more here. So we do get this rather tall and imposing building. But I think it's perfect for a storage. Today my school ends at 3 o'clock. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. 3 o'clock's a good time to end. But tomorrow at 1 p.m. Oh, okay. Well, why is that? That's a bit of a strange time to be finishing. I think this needs to go up a little bit more. I'm likely going to need more sunken bricks on it. I don't think I got any more with me. Oh, yeah. We got some here. And I don't have any in this golden bag of holding. Oh, yeah, we got plenty of sunken bricks. That's not dirt game. So ultimately, this is all starting out as the same block. We'll detail this as we sort of progress through. But every one of my builds always starts the same way. Just a crazy idea. I need to finish off the cathedral. I do, but to be honest, there is one big reason why I have postponed finishing this cathedral. And it has to do with the fact that I want to use a lot of this block in it. This block is not difficult to obtain, but my farm is currently running and generating it for me, and it's just a slow process in terms of generation. So I'm waiting for more of that to do because I want to put that into the roof over here, and over here. And I've decided like we're going to have these two statues on this side, and I'm currently practicing my statues so that I can get the right statue down. And then here we're actually going to have a nether portal on this side so that I can travel through the nether from one city to the other. And because I don't just play in this world alone, I have a couple of friends that also play in this world and they have their own kingdoms. We've got one that's over here. Like my kingdom is here. My brother's kingdom is down here. My wife sometimes plays and hers is like right there. You can see. I had to move. I copied the world over to my new computer recently, and for some reason it didn't bring all of the map with it. It brought like most of the map, but for some reason around my city it did not generate properly on the map. Like it's there if I go and update it. I just haven't been over there to update it. And in Wednesday my school starts at 9 a.m. and ends at 10 a.m. But Wednesday is only open for an hour? That's a weird school schedule. That is a really weird school schedule. But hey, I guess they have their reasons. I'm not a principal. Or a headmaster as we call them over here. But then again, things don't always make sense in the world. So we want to bring this one up to this height, I think. And then we'd likely bring this one up to this height. Ooh, get rid of that. Nope, not that one. That one stays. That one needs to stay. Yeah, lol. If only. I only have one class on Wednesday, lol. Hopefully it's an easy one for you. I know a lot of people tend to struggle with math. It was actually my strongest subject, but I know it tends to be a lot of people's weakest subject. I'm thinking, you know, as Minecrafters, we should start a petition. You know, Minecraft counts as art. You should be able to use it on your GCSEs or your final exams. Okay, I definitely like that shape that we've got going on there. Like, that shape, brilliant. That shape is perfect. That's so much better than what we had before. I mean, I know it's only at the moment a shape, and there's still a lot of work to be done. But we got something going on here. We got something for sure going on. We do need to continue bringing these pillars up, though, in some of the spots. Make sure we got that going on. And then I think the next thing that I want to get in place is the roof. Because that's also going to bring a lot of the shape together, because these pillars do need to extend into the roof very slightly. But the trouble is, I haven't thought about what block I want to use for the roof. So let's sleep. You can only sleep at night. I actually purposely built the cathedral on this peninsula like this, because from one side, I want to put a window behind this statue because you see the sun descend over here. But then on this side, you would see it rise. And then it would hit the splinter. My sister does math like it was a game. I found math easy until they started putting letters in it, and then it was like, I don't want letters in my math. That algebra was my weaker point in math, but everything else I was pretty good at. Although I've kind of forgotten most of it now. So we could use infernal blocks, which I do like the infernal blocks. But you know, we'd probably do like something like this. And then we'd get rid of these ones here. So we'd come up to that height. And then this would probably want this to come up one more. So we can again go up at this angle. Does leave us with a 1 there though. And then this would come up one more. I haven't decided if the infernal block is the right block to use there, but let's actually just bring this over 1. Because ultimately it would go on this side. And then here, I'd want a bit more of a steeper roof. But that might be a little bit too steep, like. I think that might be a bit too steep from what I want. Let's try, you know, the generic triangle roof or the steeple roof or something. I forget what this one's called. We'll put these all in place and then I'll take the thingy ones out. Okay, how does that look? No, again, I'm not a big fan of this roof. Maybe we try something a little bit different. 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then we got 1, and then we got 1, 2. So be that one out. No, that one would be the 1. This would be the 2. Why do I need X in math? Leave it in English. Exactly. There's just no need for all the letters they put in math. No need. Okay. What do I think about that? That roof I like a little bit better. But my toolbar came up at the bottom there. Didn't want to go away. Oh, we have... Oh, please upload a thumbnail manually on YouTube. Video does not exist. No, right. Apparently my video doesn't have a thumbnail now. That's a shame. I'll get that sorted out. I don't know why that didn't work out. Drink time. So, looking at this, I actually think I am going to use, like, the infernal blocks. Like, I feel these really do work. How many of these do I have on me? Oh, we got 1 stack there. And we got a bunch of stacks here. Etched infernal stone. Don't want it etched infernal stone. So I'm going to, I could just like kind of drag this all the way across, but I want to have 2 different tones to this roof. And I think like we could do some wooden stairs in between the pillars so we get this like nice differentiation between the 2. And then that one could go in. That one doesn't need to go in there. Because ultimately, we would have another set of andesite pillars here. Sort of going up to this height. But yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. How's your day been going? My day's been going good. I've got back into my recording today after having a few days off due to battling the cold I've been battling. I was debating whether or not I wanted to stream today or upload a video, but I thought, yeah, I'll stream. I want to stream. I want to play in this world a little bit. I'm missing this world, and I'm so inspired for this build. So I thought, yeah, a couple of hours this evening. Finally got back into working on my 7 Days to Die series, the Outlast series, which is up on the 7 Days to Die channel, or the Survival channel. I was also trying to finish off my most recent episode of the TCG card simulator for the gaming channel, but time did not permit me. Yeah, time's your enemy when you're a YouTuber. So I have to decide whether I want to do stairs or slabs, and I think slabs will be the winning point there. Let's have a look. So I want to do maybe dark oak. And dark oak slabs do exist in this pack. Yes, wooden slabs have always been a thing, haven't they? Of course they have. It's it's just hit me. No, it's the stone slabs that they didn't bring in 1.7.10. I'm hoping to have the next episode of Bloomcraft out tomorrow as well. Hopefully that gets done in time. Plan to introduce that bingo mini game I was on about in the last episode. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Probably be easier just to do this, wouldn't it? And then I can just use a wand. I'll say be placing a ton of blocks. I come up with this idea like right as I've almost finished it. I do have the other side to go though. One, and one. And I want to take a little bit of a look at this from the side because I don't like the idea of having like a flat face. I think it's boring, but in this instance I think it works. Because a lot of this is going to be in the detail that we put along it. So this one actually comes one over and this one doesn't exist here. Okay, there we go, that's that. And then we get this andesite pillar in place. I do kind of wish these were directional though. Like putting them sideways and having them go across would be such a beneficial thing. Yeah, we'd actually, yeah, the pillar would come up here. Got a blue axolotl. Oh, congratulations, man! Those things are hard to get. I remember watching Whip get one. It was like, those things are not easy. Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh, I missed an andesite pillar here. Well, then maybe on this one we do just the one. Because we have 1, 2. And then do we want to do like maybe 1 and then 2, 2? So it goes... No, I don't like that one. I think we do the 1, 2, 2, 1. That works out a lot better. My plan today is to get like the whole shape in place and then in the next stream we'll do the detailing phase. I think that was the plan today. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm hopefully planning to do some longer streams over the weekend, but remains to be seen. So we'll drag that over there. And one more for good measure. There we go. Now all we need to do is extend these, and again, this one shouldn't exist on this andesite pillar. But we do need to bring these ones across and over here. So there we go. That's that one done. That one. One more here. And then it's time to have a sleep. I like the way that the glow is in the middle here. I kind of very much want to keep that and play with lights throughout the city. I said, oh, get a blue axolotl. Ah, right. Ah, yes. I see. The thing is, my chat is like, my screen that I play on is right in front of me. But I have a monitor to my right-hand side, and the chat is all the way to the right-hand side of that monitor. So it's like in the bottom right corner. I'm planning to get a mount to put another monitor straight above my main central monitor. But you know, it comes in time. So is that? Oh, there's one block away. That was two for a second then. I don't actually think black axolotls are a thing in this version of Minecraft. I think I'd have to go. I mean, it is something I want to do within the hardcore forever world. That's for sure. I got lots of plans for that world. I got so many builds that I've been working on within the creative testing world. Some of them I didn't show within the short that I did, but others I did. There were some spoilers I didn't want to give away. 1, 2, 3. I need to count for a second. Counting's hard at times. There we go. Like in normal day-to-day life, counting is totally okay, but when it comes to Minecraft, counting is something that you always end up timing blocks and miscounting them. Okay, so far so good. And we want to bring this one up to there. We'll also put another one there. I'm going to need to grab some more sunken tiles, I believe, from the actual storage. And we may actually need some more infernal blocks. But we'll get this, see if I can actually pull off this top roof first. Because it's going to be a bit of a nightmare to do. Just make sure I place all my blocks correctly. We'll put that one in when we do the actual extending with the builder's wand. I love the builder's wand. It's such a great tool. Okay. I think I'll take out all of the blocks when I've positioned them all in. Which makes a lot more sense to me. Yeah, this is the one block here. Yeah. And then 1, 2 here. Ooh, that does not go there. Now I am thinking of like the future builds that I want to put around here. So one thing that I want to do that might be a like stream project over the weekend is bringing this along here and down to a dock. We need to get rid of this meteor. And we need to do some filling in with the sea here. But I would very much like there to be, you come down here into a dock. And the reason that I really want to do at the dock, the big reason I'm like, we've got to put a dock here, is because I need to build ships. I need to get better at building ships. And I find it a good thing in modded Minecraft to build. And so I can be constructive with what I'm building to be able to build a ship, because everybody wants a ship for Charlie. And I really want a ship for Charlie. I really, really want a ship for him. I'm just not very good at ships. Ships in my book leave a lot to be desired. They need work. But that's like, I'm hoping to be able to do that over the weekend, but we'll kind of see. I have my buddy staying over with me at the weekend, and he's the one who has the other kingdom here. He's the one who has this kingdom here, so I'm hoping to drag him on. Oh, that King Slime's back. We probably should take out, like, that slime island. Like, he's likely spawned on one of these. I think he's over there, look. Because if he doesn't spawn on that one, then he ends up spawning on the other one. What have I done there? Oh, I see what I've done. I've got distracted by talking. That's what's happened. Actually, no. I blame my wife, because she said, and I quote, she looked at me the other day, and she said to me, as she was looking at me, she said, "You are cursed." And then ever since then, I've had nothing but bad luck. So I blame her. Like D&D, no, we're all terrible. And it's all her fault. That's what we're blaming. Get rid of that. Get rid of that one. Yeah, that's looking good. Like, meeting this up here in the middle actually does work. So that actually looks like a Tetris block. Okay, so we'll bring this over by 1. We want to bring this one over in this direction by 1. Although I am out of infernal blocks, so I think we got all the ones out of here, didn't we? Yeah, the only ones I've got left are the ones that have the variants of it. Okay. Back home we go. And so we need infernal blocks. I should have quite a few of these. Might need to make up some more of these. And then we'll just go ahead and throw these in here. That's not what I meant to do. When I said throw them in there, I meant throw them in the golden bag of holding, not throw them out. Oh. And then we want the sunken tiles there. And we'll throw those in here. Cool. Okay. Now we go back home. Perfect. This with a something symbol. I have no idea what that is. Hi, P.O. Box. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Good to see you. Oh, I forgot to grab dark oak. No, I forgot to grab dark oak slabs. I forgot those. Okay. Dark oak. That should be enough. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll find out when we get there. Lightmatica wasn't a thing when I did this, so I can't just bring up like a resource list, which is kind of unfortunate. So, I do apologize for the coughing. Like, I gotta decide, like, am I going to do... Like, do we do slabs like this? Not like that. And then slabs here, and then we do a stair in the in-between bit. What do we do, like, on the sides here? Like, do we also do a slab? I mean, it would be a stair, but I think what we can do there, what might be better. I think I've got some infernal brick stairs. Yeah. Like, we could make use of, like, a different block palette. Like, we keep it all uniform that way. And it just sort of fits together. I like that. I do need to now go and get dark oak stairs, though. But we'll be concerned with one problem at a time. I feel we could probably do something with the archways on this as well, but, you know. Take it one step at a time. Or one stair at a time. So yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's grab the infernal tiles, the infernal blocks first. And we'll finish off setting in the external bits. But we need to sleep. Because as it stands, we've got like nothing in on this side. So I ain't even got the pillars in on this side here. Do I have any more? I should have more. Andesite pillars. Not in that bag, I don't. Yeah, in this bag. Because I kind of want to get like most of my storage moved over to this new settlement. So I just have access to all of my stuff here without having to keep going back and forth. But before we really set up anything, we need a deep storage unit, and then we can start getting into farms. We need like I want to build like a stonemason here. I think stonemason would be really cool. So like down one of these avenues, like maybe we come around, well, we come around here, and I want to put like a bit of a graveyard in this area. Like this is going to be a graveyard here. The cemetery for the cathedral. And then on this side, we're going to go down and into a dock that's going to run around here. But then, like, here we could put one building either side of this pathway and have this one going into the city. Hi, how you doing? How long have you been there? I mean, this is something I believe with Thaumcraft, which I've never gotten into. Okay, I'll leave those guys alone. They came through the splinter, that's the law. We're sticking with the law. Right, I'm going to get back to work. Like, I'm plotting it out in my head. I think, yeah, definitely we can have like a stonemason here and a stonemason here. Because we could put the building there and we could have like a bunch of stuff out front here as decoration to deal with the diagonal. But one problem at a time. And we want, yeah, that's how we want there. Yep, cool. So we go like this. King Slime's back. He never went away. He never went away. And now begins the silence. Careful though, because if you look away, you don't remember them. That's the problem with the silence. Now, one of the things that I want to try and do with this new settlement is tell a lot of stories. We have... Do I have it on me? I don't. We have something in this pack called the NPC one, which allows us to make non-player characters and just have actual characters within the world. And so we'll be doing things like that, creating some really cool and interesting characters to go around our settlement. I kind of want to also put like channel members in here too. So the people who's been with me on the journey, on the YouTube journey, are always remembered. I think that'd be something that'd be really cool to do. But you know, one step at a time. Actually, that's not right. That's not where that goes. So we've got like most of the shape done here. I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. I like this a lot more than I like the one that we had before it. Definitely liking this one a lot more than the original version. I'm probably going to take that video down, I think. I typically leave like live streams up so people can rewatch them, but that last one was just not something I'm proud of. I wasn't very happy with it. I realize what I did now. Took out the wrong block. It threw me off because it wasn't up against the wall. But it's not up against the wall because we don't actually take it up against the wall. It goes up against the andesite pillar. So there's those. 1, 2. Yeah, cool. I wish there was some way to get a day counter in this version of Minecraft, but I don't think that there is. I think this was like pre-day counters. Because I would like to know like how long I've been playing within this particular world. I know there's like statistics, but I don't know how accurate this is. Turned cranks. I've turned 7 cranks. Like it's my most mind blowing. Like stone. We got some statistics. Oh, that's not where I wanted to put that. Misplacing the blocks, as you do. That's time for you, though. I always say, you're not a Minecrafter if you don't misplace blocks every other block. It's just something that comes with the game. I definitely went wrong there somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So, 2 across, then 2 across. It is taking shape, that much is for sure. It's still got a long way to go, though. We still got quite a long way to go. But I said this before, I'll say it again. The Builder's Wand, it's definitely something that we need in Vanilla's Minecraft. Like, it would make building so much easier. And we're getting to the point now where people are investing so much time into their worlds. And they enjoy the survival aspect of it that we need something that's gonna speed that up. And I would love to see some sort of like Builder's Wand within vanilla Minecraft. I think that it breaks away too much from what vanilla is, so I don't think it'll happen. But it'd be great to come up alongside like an inventory management, because we had the bundles, but the bundles don't really help out too much. We need bigger inventory, you know. And another one of my favorite games is 7 Days to Die, and I love building within that game too. And you have a lot more inventory space, and we actually have mods installed that gives us even more inventory space within it. And to see something like that within vanilla Minecraft would be great. To see the expansion. What is my favorite food? My favorite food of all time is fish and chips, but unfortunately I can't indulge in it as much as I used to. So, like, right now I would say it's got to be chicken. Definitely chicken. What about you? What's your favorite food? I feel like we've had this conversation at some point. Okay, infernal brick stairs. I do not have any on me. Okay, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Infernal brick stairs. Or infernal brick, which is fitted infernal stone. This is probably something that's best crafted back at the main crafting hall. So we'll head back to where my main enemy system is for now. This market square is one of my favorite things that I have ever built within Minecraft. I spent about a week building this thing, and it turned out really well. And the fact that it actually works even with the texture pack switch, I really love too. That was like one of the big things when I was looking for a texture pack. I'm not a big fan of how these buildings look around it though. I think these need to go. Chicken skewers. Oh, you can't go wrong with chicken no matter what you do with it, really. Okay, infernal brick stairs. Yeah, that should do. That should be more than enough. Oh, while I'm here, let's grab the like dark oak stairs that we need. Dark oak stairs. I don't actually have any. I don't have any dark oak. Oh, this is a reinforced dark oak. Okay. I do have dark oak wood stairs. Ah, I see. Okay. Let's call and get that. Yeah, I'm in the ocean. I look away for 2 seconds to have a drink. And that's what happens. Orange chicken. Man, before I had the stomach problems I have, I used to love spicy stuff. I can't have it anymore. Although I've recently started having bean toasters. So baked beans in toasted bread. It's like beans on toast, only as a sandwich. So nice. Oh, these are not the bricks. I didn't make I made the infernal block stairs. I mean, we could do that, but I mean, well, no, I definitely like the break and the difference of the textures. So all the way back I go. Mistakes were definitely made. We need to make sure that we're crafting the right things. This Enderman Tower I really liked, but in the new texture pack it's not as good. I think I'm gonna nick the what was this block again? Soul brick. I think I'm gonna nick the soul brick texture from the other texture pack and throw it into here because it looks a lot better. Because prior to using the texture pack that I did, actually resource pack. Can I like? I should have like the texture pack still here. We can throw this like down. And then it's going to freeze for a little bit. It always does when you apply a new texture pack. But this should fill in any missing textures that Faithful 32 doesn't have. And then what we should get from that is we should be able to see that soul brick. Because I did like the soul brick texture from the Sortex Fanfare texture pack. I just wasn't a big fan of a lot of the other textures. It felt too much breaking from vanilla Minecraft. does take a while to apply the textures though. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Back to game. So that should utilize the textures from Sortex for the ones that we are missing within 32. And it hasn't done. Okay. I mean, I think this is like 32. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 16-bit. I'm not sure. Well, I'll have to get on that. I'll have to figure that one out. But I'll do that outside of the stream, I think. But if we come over here, this is a little farm that I've got making me the blocks that I need for the cathedral. And like, how many do we have? Okay, we actually have quite a fair bit in there, so maybe working on the cathedral in the near future is an option. Maybe I'll have to do that. Okay, put these away. We want infernal brick stairs. And I'm not confident that's going to be enough. So, and that one, along with what we've got in here, I'm a lot more confident now. Okay, that should be enough. That should be enough indeed. And we are over here. I think once we get the dock in place, it's going to look so much better. Rather than this floating peninsula that we've got. Lag spike. Doesn't matter what I do, I can never get rid of the lag spike within modded Minecraft. Especially in the 1.7.10. I don't think it's anything to do with the computer. I think it's just something that happens. It's definitely not as big as it used to be. Like when I had my older graphics card, it used to be so much longer. But it's not anymore, so maybe one day. Ooh, don't put that there. I don't want that there. I want this here. But we are moving towards the goal that I set out for myself today. I do want to get to the point where we're doing like longer streams and that in the future, but I'm planning to do like long streams on weekends. Like ideally, I'd like to spend Saturdays when I have the time doing a stream. Like most of Saturdays, that's the plan. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see. Only time will tell. I do definitely want to do streams on Saturdays. I just, like in my head, it's like, okay, I want to do these like longer streams on Saturdays. Like stream most of the day Saturday. I think it'd be really good for the channel. But Saturdays aren't always days that I have free. Okay, so that's that done. And then on this like, is that right? Is that what we was doing over here? Yes, I didn't do the slabs here. That was what it was. Okay. So we'd go slab here. Then we do slab there. Slab on this section. Slab on this section. And then slab on that section just to bring it into line with that. And then what we do is we'd come on this section here with a stair. And while all of this is technically mob spawnable, I think we should be okay. Because we can use things like Magnus torches and chandeliers. We can control mob spawns within vanilla Minecraft a lot more. Yeah, I definitely like that. That looks really good. That looks good. Well, that's definitely not what I wanted to do. So, first things first, we'll get these stairs put in place. And I'm putting the stairs on the wrong section of the blocks. Mistakes have most definitely been made. But I've got, like, in my head, I've got a list of projects that I want to work through within this world and kind of the order that I want to work through them in. So today I want to get the external bit, or the external shell of the deep storage unit put together. Then in the following live stream, what I want to do is get the functionality of this place done inside, as well as some of the detailing on the outside. And then I kind of want to get the stonemasons. I want to have 2 different stonemasons producing us a variation of different stuff. And we'd have like a stonemason, but then we'd also have like a blacksmith. Somewhere that is smithing down, or maybe like a metallurgy factory that is breaking down all the ores, as I want to get quarries up and running so that we're generating all of those resources within this kingdom. So some of like the early things that I want to get stuck into are to do with the farm, so that I've got all the blocks being produced here that I want for all the builds that I want to do. And then I can start actually just making the builds that I want to build. But we're going to get those farms up and running first. And that is like super important. This will be so vital to the infrastructure of this settlement. Because I want a quarry in the nether, I want a quarry in the deep dark. And probably a quarry somewhere above ground. Like, there are some specific biomes that generate specific blocks that I want. And so we'd set up those as well. But the problem that I had, like, when I did my original city is we didn't have the deep storage unit. The deep storage unit was one of the later things that I built. And it never properly worked. So I want to make sure that's like the first thing that we build, so that anything that this city generates, we know where it's going, we know how much of it we're producing, and we know where we're storing it. I did put this on the right one. Yes, I did. And so I want to ensure that we are smart about the way that we are building the infrastructure up of our city here. Get these slabs put in place. Not in, is it that one? No, it's not. It's this one. Of course it is. I can see the line. So, first goal, get the slabs put in. Second goal, we'll get the stairs put in. Then I can bring the walls up and make sure the walls all meet as I want them to. And then that should be it. That should be the outer shell done. We've got like the details obviously to put in. But I think that'll be the next stream. Which I think would be likely on Wednesday. I want to do another stream from this world on Wednesday. So hopefully that happens. It should be. My goal throughout April is to stream a lot more, as I think it's a great way for the channel to grow. And I'm fairly happy with how the channel has done throughout March. We've had a very successful month in March. It's been one of my better months in some time. So I kind of want to ride that wave of momentum and make sure that we have a good... We'll do this top roof in a moment. Make sure that we have a good April. And I think that I can increase viewership by simply... Yeah, that's what I want. Right? Oh, yes. It's changed its shape because it's using the Sortex. Well, that's what it is. Yeah, I think that streaming might be a good way to help see increase watch time hours, but also to increase viewership. And I really love this world, and I want to do a lot of building. I'm very inspired to build lately. So I want to make sure that I'm doing a lot of that. Excuse me, I didn't mean to place that there. Rogue blocks. Roblox. That's a game. I created that laugh, that for a character called Willie Baritone within my 7 Days to Die series. And now it's kind of become something I just randomly do. I've been doing it so much as him. I kind of got it from Peter Griffin. If you're a kid, don't look up that character. yeah, it's amazing how things in life inspire us. Like, I will show you the reference image that I used to come up with this idea. And whenever I use a reference image, I try to keep it as inspiration. Like, what do I like about that image? What don't I like about the image? And that way I can utilize a reference image as inspiration to make up my own build, as I like the creative output of that. It's times like this that I wish that the auto builder within this game, because you can like make blueprints, put it in an auto builder, and it will copy the structure that you built, kind of like a Litematica schematic, but you have to feed it the resources. It's a great piece of kit, but unfortunately, it's just it doesn't place every block correctly. Like stairs, it struggles to place in the right orientation. Same with slabs, so you kind of end up with like just things looking odd. Down here, we've gone with like the first one after the stair. Okay, so that'll be this one. So it's not a feature that I use very often. I was going to say function for a second, but then decided feature was the better word. I did utilize it, however, when building Iris's Keep, which is this thing over here. I very much liked Iris's Keep. I built this section of it here. And then I put it into the builder to build that section for me. But that was at a time when I was trying to produce more videos, and you know, we're kind of in a point in YouTube now where it's like the less you do, the better. Or not the less that you do, but mixing videos and shorts and not having to post full-length videos every day is more in YouTube terms, because it allows me to produce better quality episodes and produce more within that episode. And that's what I like. Okay. Didn't mean to place that like that. Every other stair misplaced. Mistakes were definitely made. Time for a drink, me think. So this building itself is what I'm considering to be a deep storage unit, which is going to be like a place where we store a lot of our storage. So we have in this pack, we have something called deep storage units. Oops, let me get rid of all that first. Deep storage units, these things here. They store a single block, but they store like millions upon millions of that block. I don't know what the actual limit is. I've never reached the limit. But they store so much that I will never need storage again for that block. And so everything that we produce, like when we have our quarries going, the quarries will be producing us, say that we've got it in the deep dark and it'll be producing stone. It's going to mine every single stone block within a 1000 by 1000 radius. And that's a lot of stone coming in. So we'll first put that stone through the stonemason, where it will be chiseled into variants. Or we'll actually split it before it goes into the stonemason. I do apologize, because we'd have two quarries. So for every block of stone that we mine that goes into the deep storage unit, we'd have one block of stone that went to the stonemason. And then the stonemason would take that one block of stone and chisel it down into all of the different variants. Because if we go at chisel, oops, we have like a bunch of different variants for like aluminum or aluminium, concrete, stone, and it would chisel us down each variant of that, ensuring that we have a large supply of variations of building blocks. And then we do something very similar with the... Oh, that did not mean to go there. We do something very similar with like the iron ore. I would want to keep... For every 2 iron ore we'd make, 1 would be kept as iron ore and stored in the deep storage unit, and the next one would be sent off to the metallurgic factory to produce us our ores. Getting some iron ingots from that, which should then be stored as ingots, blocks, and nuggets. We can use a storage drawer to make that a thing, so that it stores them as both, as all three rather. And that's sort of like the plan when it comes to... Oh, I didn't know. That was definitely not the plan. That is like the plan when it comes to how I'm going to be storing a lot of our items. Yeah, we'll be doing the same like when we get into tree farms and whatnot. As I've always had like an idea of a trio of brothers that run a lumber mill just outside of the city. And with like a custom forest and everything, and with how comfortable I've become and how quickly I can build trees now, I think that doing that forest would be a lot of fun. Trees was something that I used to struggle with a lot, and I did not like building them because of how much I struggled with them. But then I made the goal of trying to build a tree in every hardcore episode that I did, to try and get better at my trees. And I grew to really love making trees. Now, when it comes to vanilla Minecraft, one of my problems with making trees is it's just so difficult. I want a happy gas so that I can get to the branches. But in modern Minecraft, I've got the draconic armor, so I can just fly around. And so I think that making forests in modern Minecraft is going to be a lot of fun. So that's something that I definitely want to do sort of within the near future. I've got to figure out like where I want to put that. But we'll see. Like we got a lot of projects that I've got in my head that I want to work on. And we'll kind of see where we are when it comes to doing those projects. Who knows? Like we look at the map. We want to be at us where we're like over here in the desert. Like I want to try and fill like most of this desert biome as the city, and shape the city around the desert biome. Even though this is not a desert city, that's important. It is not a desert city. It just so happened to be where I chose to build. But like this land over here could be like we could put a border here, and then we could have the lumber yard like taking up this portion of land right here with a variation of tree farms. Like, my mind is always thinking of like, what's the next project? What are my plans for this area? Because this is like a lot, and then because we could come down the docks and we'd have a distinct ending of the docks. Unfortunately, this is a rendering issue of 1.7.10. It drives me absolutely crazy. But like we got this like river that we could also work with. I mean, we'd probably make a custom river. But yeah, like we got a lot of good land here we could do stuff with. So I've got options. I got ideas. So this is where I'm going to take a little bit of a moment just to shamelessly plug. If you haven't already, consider leaving the video a like and support the stream. I really do appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. So please do leave that like. And if you are enjoying me, I do run a multitude of different channels. You can find me playing all kinds of games. There's a Linktree link in the description with all my other channels on it, where you can check those out, where I play 7 Days to Die on a regular basis. We also just done Stranded Deep. I'm breaking stuff there that I did not mean to break. We've just done Resident Evil 2 without opening the item box. We're doing Zelda Master Quest. Doing a lot of things. So yeah, this one goes up and in. So it's like, nope, not like that. Like that. But I got all these ideas for projects that I want to do within this world. I really do want to focus on making this world something that is truly immersive and incredibly large in scale. But everything begins somewhere. And while I'm happy with what we did in Season 1, well, it's nothing compared to the plans I've got for Season 2. What we're going to do throughout this season. And I think making this a stream series that we do exclusively as streams is a good way to structure the channel. For sure. So that's that roof done. We've got this roof to finish. It's also almost night. How are we doing on stairs? We've got plenty of stairs. I should be able to finish this off with stairs. And then it's just this part of the roof left to do, which we got to make some decisions with. But I think we can make them pretty easily. Okay, you gonna let me sleep on this block? Sometimes it can be pedantic. I'm going to lurk in the shadows of this stream. That is perfectly fine, man. I'll be honest, I'm like, when it comes to watching people stream, I'm a professional lurker. I lurk in a lot of people's streams. Most of the time, I'll put a stream up when I'm sat there editing, or I'll put a stream up when I'm working on a build in a creative world. A stream is a great, like, background noise. Something to listen to while I'm busy doing other stuff. So I totally understand, like, when people lurk. I know, like, some streamers get really offended and don't like it when people lurk, and I'm always on that boat where, like, why? You know, it's just a great way. Okay, so we want to put these on this level here. And then, like, ultimately, we do that going across. I've got, like, plans for, like, stairs that I want to put in here. But that'll come within the detailing phase. Did we finish off this side? Yeah, we did. But yeah, I never understood why some streamers really didn't like it when people lurked. I mean, I get that the engagement isn't there. Like, oh, that did way more than I intended it to do. But I'm totally cool with it. Okay, no point in having this here. I think we're just wasting infernal blocks. Although we'll probably end up with like a ton of these. But I am definitely a lot happier with how this version of this build has turned out compared to the last. I think having these slanted roofs, like this is like when I saw these kind of this style of roof, I was like, I like that. That works so well. And it gave me the confidence to like, okay, we've got to do this, and definitely gave me the motivation. Oh, I did not mean to go there. But we got to start thinking like about the proprietor of this place. Because I like to create characters within this world. That's not where that goes. And I like to create like interesting characters. So one of my characters, I can't remember what I called him now. But over here in like Iris's Keep, he lives in this tent. And his whole story was he didn't live in the city. He lived in the tent. And he lost his son. His son died prematurely. And he's stuck in this like phase where his son died yesterday and he needs to bury his son. Like he's got the grave dug and everything and he needs to bury him. But he thinks like I'll do it later, and he thinks that his son only died yesterday. But in reality, he's stuck in like a time loop and his son died years ago. And there's a slight, the grave's dug but the body isn't buried. So it's kind of a tragic story, and I want to fill my world with all variations of stories. So we do need to like think about what we're gonna like what this character is gonna be. I should be able to make blocks like this. Yeah, cool. Because we need blocks now. We could do a stair here. I think that's probably the better option on that bit. But let me get these ones in first. So I'm thinking like we have a caretaker or the curator. Inspired by like the curator from the 50th anniversary special of Doctor Who. If you're a Doctor Who fan, then you know what I'm talking about. I definitely think that'd be like a really cool option. And he can be like a grumpy old sod and all. They're always complaining like, oh, this is worn down. In my day, this was all this, and this, you know? But I definitely think like a grumpy old sod is going to be very interesting. Ooh. But this build has definitely come together a lot better than I thought it was going to. Like, I'm so happy with it. There's like a lot of detailing that we want to do, but I'm going to be doing that obviously in the detailing phase, which I'm hoping to get around to on Wednesday. Yeah, and that is it. We are out of Dark Oak Stairs. But ultimately, I am happy with how this has turned out today. And this is where I'm actually going to be bringing this stream to a close. It's not the button I meant to press just yet. Guys, if you enjoyed this stream, please do consider leaving it a like and hit subscribe. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one.
I have a dream.